Hello guys, going to be going over the MLB PrizePicks slate for Sunday, May 29th. This video is going to be a little bit later when you guys do see it than usual, but I actually do like a lot of these props, so that's why I want to still get this out to you. And it is a Sunday, so we got a lot of morning games, so be sure to get these picks in. First inning runs, there are two. First one's going to be Red Sox and Orioles. 0.5, taking the over on this. This one, according to DK Sportsbook, is a minus 145. So anything close to a minus 150 is pretty good because PrizePicks, there's no odds like that. You're getting the same amount of money for all these picks. So this one's going to be an over Baltimore. I wouldn't be surprised if they were to be able to put up a run in the first inning against Nick Pivetta. And really, the side that I'm liking is the Red Sox, of course. They're just an offense that is absolutely on fire right now. And Bruce Zimmerman, a lefty who hasn't been bad, but his underlying numbers do show that he's going to be headed for negative regression. And again, just this Red Sox team, 5.9 run total. They look really good in the first inning with all their big bats coming up the bat. So over for this one. And then an under is going to be Pirates and Padres again for today. And that is because Manny Machado looks like to be dealing with an elbow injury. And it wasn't a typical rest day for him on Saturday. So he might be missing this game as well. And I will take the under on this one if Machado misses again. But we have to make sure that he does miss. So I wouldn't place this bet really early until we see the lineup. Ronzi Contreras, he's been good, but he's only made like 2 appearances or something, and the Padres are going to be a tougher matchup. They're not like extremely difficult though, and the weather, it's not that hot, but winds are blowing out. Also, you have a young pitcher pitching away, so there are some concerns about it, but really the big thing is if Machado does play or not. And then on to strikeouts, there are 2. The first one is Kyle Freeland, 4.5, taking the under on this one. And he pitches better when he's away from Coors, but I mean, that's pretty much every pitcher. But looking at left-handed pitching, the Nationals, they don't have a good WRC+. They have a 79 WRC+, really bad, but we only care about strikeouts here. 17.8%, just, really low. That's tied for second worst or second lowest in the league. So for Freeland, he's a pitcher that doesn't really strike many guys out, a ton of blue, and some of these numbers, they do factor in the ballpark. So it's not like he's pitching at Coors for half of his game, so he's going to have better numbers than all these blue stuff. But, I mean, 18.8% K rate right now, he's never been really that high, a team that does not K. So, yeah, I think this could be down to 4. If it's at 4, I'm not going to take this. So only take this if it is at 4.5. And then the over, this is going to be a lock for me. Luis Garcia. I really like this prop right here. Against the Mariners at 4.5. Just think this line probably should be at 5.5. And the Mariners projected for only 3.7 runs. They have a lot of guys that do strike out at a high rate. Luis Garcia, he does strike out guys near the mid 20s in just against both sides of the plate. Looking at the right-handed pitching data for the Mariners, I think they're kind of middle-ish, 18th, 21.9%. And Garcia, he does K guys. It actually is 25.4%. So a very nice, solid K rate. And I think for 4.5, you just don't really see this low of a line for a guy that does strike that many guys out. And again, just this Mariners lineup. Julio Rodriguez, he's been good, but he strikes out the ton. Eugenio Suarez, the bottom of the lineup, of course. So I think this line's definitely way too low. And now on to some hitting props. So I'm going to mention Mike Yastrzemski real quick. He would be the guy if you want to take a giant, but Ross Dottweiler was up with the team, and he actually made an appearance on Saturday through 18 pitches, but having a lefty in there, because Jock Peterson went up to bat, the Giants pinch hit him for Wilmer Flores. So with a lefty now on the roster, it's a lot more dangerous for Peterson and Yastrzemski. But if you want to take it, I would take Yastrzemski because 6.5, very good ballpark, Tyler Mahle hasn't been that great, and Yastrzemski's been good against lefties. So even if Dahlweiler comes in, he could still be hitting and playing the whole game. So I would prefer Yaz over Peterson if you want to take a giant, but these are no longer locks because they do have a lefty for the Reds. Now to the plays. One of the ones that I really like, probably going to be a lock, Charlie Blackmon. 6.5, taking on Josiah Gray. Josiah Gray, not as bad as Vladimir Gutierrez, but also a pitcher that just cannot pitch to lefties. Gives up a ton of everything. And Blackmon, he actually has had some better numbers on the road this year, which is kind of weird for a Coors player, but that's what it's been. And he has a 6.5 projection. Like his buddies, CJ Cron, 7.5, Connor Joe's at 6, but that righty-lefty platoon advantage for Blackmon just stands out for me here. And I think, let me check the weather on this one. I think it's pretty good hitting conditions. Yeah, 4-mile winds, kind of right or left to right, 75 degrees, 4.5 run total. And the Nationals, they're not really expected to be that great of a team, so not like a lockdown bullpen or anything. But yeah, I just think this projection is too low for Blackmon. And then onto the Twins. So that's going to be two guys in Carlos Correa and Jorge Polanco. 6.5 and 6. I'll get to Byron Buxton later. I know he's been giving us some troubles, but Correa and Polanco here, 6.5 and 6. Overs for both of these guys. And they're taking on Zach Greinke. Zach Greinke, a contact pitcher at this point. So that's just going to help anytime you're going to take a hitter against him, because most likely they're not going to be striking out. So they're going to be able to put the ball in play. And the winds, blowing kind of right to left, 16 miles, so pretty strong. But 78 degrees, 5.1 run total, really high. So like these guys projected to be batting back to back. And let's just think that these guys, they're going to be, I think the projection is just too low for both of them. It should probably be a point higher for both of them. And then Alex Bregman at 6.5, taking the over on this one. Taking on Marco Gonzalez, just a lefty pitcher that pitches to contact. So I like a guy who has that platoon advantage. Bregman, I'm still waiting for it to happen. It should. He's going to have better numbers, especially when he's taking on lefties. And he had a good game on Saturday. 4.4 run total, wind helping a little bit for righty bats. So I like Bregman. Think the projection is definitely just right. And now on to hits and walks. So I have two here, and these two are both going to be unders. And Seiya Suzuki, Wilson Contreras, both of these guys, 1.5 hits and walks, under for both. They're taking on Dylan Cease. I mean, he had a bad start last time against the Red Sox, but this guy has been absolutely amazing for the whole year. So I think we're getting these props because Cease does walk, and Suzuki and Contreras both do walk at around a double-digit rate. So just look at these numbers. The walk percentile, that is the concern. Walking close to 10% of guys, so that's going to be 2 to 3 walks per start. But, I mean, it is going to be hard for these guys to get 2 hits and walks, I would say. And we usually don't see these props for players of their caliber when it is like an ace guy on the mound. So I really do like it. I don't think these should be here, honestly. And another thing is the wind, 16-mile winds blowing in. So that's going to help the pitchers even more for this game. So hopefully these guys both do play so we can have these props available. And then for total bases, that's going to be Xander Bogaerts 1.5. Having a righty-lefty against Bruce Zimmerman, someone with very significant splits and just struggles against righties. Bogaerts, part of that Red Sox lineup, expected to put up close to 6 runs today, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he scored like 10. So I like this one. If you wanted Devers, that's perfectly fine with me. Devers has been very good against lefties, but Zimmerman is kind of tough. But, I mean, Devers is just playing at an insane level right now, so I don't mind him if you want to go with him over Bogaerts or take both of them. And then another total base prop is going to be Mookie Betts, 1.5. Like, this guy is on fire right now, similar to Devers and some other guys around the league like Paul Goldschmidt. Mookie Betts 1.5 against Zach Davies. I think the concern is that Davies just walks guys. That's a concern that he has, but Betts has just been on fire. The Diamondbacks, the temperature, the winds right now are very favoring hitters. So, yeah, just rather take a 1.5 total base prop when his fantasy point projection is for guys that are like 7.5 or above that. And then on to runs and RBI. So I got two here. Cesar Hernandez, the first one, 0.5. And that is because they are taking on Kyle Freeland. Hernandez, usually he bats, when he bats against lefties, he's more of a contact guy. And then if he's facing a righty, he's more power. But 4.7 run total, batting righty, so he should be able to get on base because he just has better contact numbers that way. And it's a healthy run total for a leadoff hitter. So really like this one. And then Byron Buxton, 0.5 runs and RBI, taking the over on this one. And this is a lock, as long as he plays. A 5-point run total against a pitcher who does not strike anyone out. And Buxton's concern is he strikes out too much, over 30%. But those are going to be mitigated by the fact that he's taking on a pitcher who does not strike guys out. And Correa, Polanco hitting behind him, Luis Arias, a lot of capable hitters that can drive him in. If you have a 5+ run total, it is probably likely that someone at the top of the order is going to be scoring those runs or getting the RBIs. And so that is why I think Byron Buxton hopefully he plays, because I really do like this prop. So going to take the over on Buxton once again, and it's only a matter of time before he starts making us money. So going to keep at it. The data just says that this is a good play. So the favorite play of the day is going to be Luis Garcia at 4.5 strikeouts, and then I would say those Cubs, just taking the unders on the hits and walks for Suzuki and Contreras. Blackman, another one over 6.5, and then that Buxton runs and RBIs prop. So those 6, if I'm not counting incorrectly, are my favorite plays of the day. So thank you guys for watching. Now this video is kind of late, but wanted to still get this out because I really do like these plays quite a bit for Sunday. So thank you guys again, and good luck on the slate, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.